Yeah, it's now it's live.
Yeah, Tarun, please start. Thank you, Tarun.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Should I start, ma'am?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, please.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all to the 603rd meeting of the Madras Toastmasters Club. And for the benefit of the guests, Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization founded by Ralph C. Smedley in the year 1924. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are 4 values of Toastmaster International, that is integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect to the individual. Yes. I hand over the meeting to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kavita. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tarun. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I would like to welcome you all to our 603rd meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club, and I would like to declare the meeting open. Without much ado, let's move on to the guest introduction. So we do have a guest, Ramya. So Ramya, can we have your introduction, please? Zoom Master, please spotlight.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Ramya Tyagarajan, and I'm basically from Bombay, Mumbai, and I moved to Chennai 3 years ago. And I used to work as a in the software industry, and 5 years ago I left my job to raise my son, and since then I've been the much vilified homemaker, and I prefer to call myself a stay-at-home mom, and I always wanted to do something beyond. It was not planned. This long hiatus from work, from a career wasn't planned. It just happened, and I didn't go back, and I just wanted to explore various things. And I've been I was in when I was in Mumbai. I was in I did a year's maybe 6 months of Toastmasters there, and it was a long break, and I just wanted to come back and explore what Toastmasters can. I know this is more for enhancing your career or enhancing your confidence, or doing a great job at your workplace, better job at your workplace, but I don't have any of those requirements. I just wanted to network, and I wanted to build confidence, which I haven't, and more so because of COVID, haven't been able to interact with people. And so I just want to explore, and I wanted to see whether Toastmasters is something that I can go ahead with. I have done 3 speeches in the past. I would like to continue and complete it if possible, and so that's why I'm here. It's my first meeting of any Toastmaster since I moved to Chennai. So yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So how did you come to know about our club?
I went and searched in Facebook, on YouTube. So I did an active search.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, this is the right platform for everyone for different walks of life. I can very much relate to your software engineering career break, So I have been there. So I know how, I have been there. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great time here.
Thank you.
And if you're interested, please do give your name for the table topics. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so do we have another guest Akilan.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can
we
everyone
have
see
a
my
brief
screen?
introduction? Yes. If possible, you can switch on the video.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Can you able to see me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Master, please spotlight.
Hello.
Brief introduction.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. So myself, Akilan. So I am from Salem, Tamil Nadu. I've been working as a software engineer in Freshworks in Chennai. So now since like Corona, like it's been 2 years now since I went to office. So and then though I've been working as a software engineer, like there is always a communication gap. Like what I think in the mind and when I communicate, that's not there. I'm unable to communicate it properly to the world. So there is always a gap, and so whenever something I had to express, I had to think through a lot, and then I had to express it. So there is a clear communication gap when I use English to communicate. So I just want to address that, and also gain some confidence, so that I could speak in front of people. And one of my friends, Deepak, I guess he is in the room now. So he told me about Toastmasters. There we could also improve our confidence and communication skills, and we could also network. It would be a really life-changing thing. So I thought okay, let's give it a try. Actually, I'm supposed to be there in the last meeting, but I couldn't. So I just thought, okay, let's do it today. So I joined here, and I'm here. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Akhil, and hoping to see you as a member very soon. Thank you so much,
Yeah, sure.
Deepak, Toastmaster Deepak, for referring Akhilan. Hope you have a great time. If you're interested, please do give your name to the table topic master.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
I guess I do not have any idea about that. So for today, I'll just listen. So yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, to go further with the meeting, let me introduce the TMOD for today. Today's TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, will be the host for today, and it is Toastmaster Muthu. Toastmaster Muthu is working as a biomedical engineer at Lotus Surgicals Private Limited, Pondicherry. His hobbies are reading, listening to audiobooks and courses, and blogging. Over to Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster, President Toastmaster Kavita, ma'am. I hope I'm audible and visible. Yeah.
Yes.
Before that, I just want to read the minutes of the last meeting. Minutes of the 602nd Mtc meeting held on 16th January 2022. It was an online meeting. Toastmaster Gayatri was the Toastmaster of the day. And the word of the day is lifefulness. Theme of the day is Here Be Dragons. General Evaluator role played by Toastmaster Soumya, and TT Master role played by Toastmaster Priyadeshni. Timer role played by Toastmaster Stevenson, and All Counter role played by Toastmaster Jebastin. Grammarian role played by Toastmaster Abdul. We got through 3 exciting prepared speeches, 13 scintillating TT speeches. We got 3 evaluations. We got 3 first-time role players: Toastmaster Gayatri, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Stevenson, Timer, and Toastmaster Jebastin, All Counter. Best speaker was Toastmaster Sriram, and best TT speaker was Toastmaster Arun Krishna, and best TT speaker for guest Nisha. Best role player Toastmaster Priyadeshni, and best supporting role player Toastmaster Stevenson. Timer. Now I welcome you all to the 603rd meeting of the Madras Toastmasters Club. And this is Muthu and the Toastmaster of the day. Before beginning the speech, just want to welcome all the guests and the dear Toastmasters. Now let me share my screen. hope my screen is visible.
Not yet. It's loading.
It's loading.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Now it's visible. Actually, the person you see on the screen is the Orrin Hudson. He was a US chess champion. He was an author, speaker, and a Cadillac dealer. He once said, "Success is like knowing the combination to the lock." If you know the combination to the lock, it doesn't matter who you are, male or female, black or white, high IQ, low IQ, went to university, didn't went in university, doesn't matter. If you know the combination to the lock has to open for you. Success is like knowing the combination to the lock. If you know the combination to the lock has to open for you. Success is a number scale. Success is a number scale. It's not the fastest or strongest who always wins. It's the one who has the greatest desire to win. Now, without further delay, let me introduce the theme of the day. The theme of the day is to achieve goals. The meaning is pretty obvious. It is to achieve goals. Now, when you are absolutely clear about your goal, you don't even have to know how to achieve it. By simply deciding exactly what you want, you will begin to move unerringly toward your goal, and your goal will start to move unerringly toward you. Toward you. Because goals is science. Research shows that only top 3% of the people in the world has written goals. There is no wonder there is a correlation between the percentage of the people have written goals and the world. 97% of the people owns the wealth in the world. There is a direct correlation between goals and your success. Now, there is no wonder why goals are often called as SMART goals, because goals need to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, realistic, and it has to be time-bound. That is why goals are often called as SMART goals. Now, my question is, what are your goals? What are your goals for this year? Have you written 10 goals for this year? What are your goals for the next 5 years? If you are doing it, then it is great, get going. If you are not doing it, start doing it now. Now let me introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is purpose. What it means is to propose something as an aim to oneself. Napoleon Hill, the author of the book Think and Grow Rich, once said, "There is one quality which one must possess to win, that is definiteness of purpose. The knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to possess it." Your major definite purpose can be defined as the one goal that is important to you at the moment. It is usually the one goal that will help you to achieve more of your other goals than anything else you can accomplish. Here are some questions to determine your major definite purpose. What one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? I'm repeating, what one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? If you could be absolutely guaranteed of successfully achieving any goal, large or small, short-term or long-term, what one goal would it be? Think about it. For some, it is like becoming Steve Jobs. For some, it is to bring more peace to this world. For some, it is to bring more joy to this world. For some, it is to entertain others. For some, it is to grow more trees and make this world more greener. So what's yours? Your selection of a major definite purpose and your decision to concentrate single-mindedly on that purpose, overcoming all obstacles and difficulties until it is achieved, will do more to change your life for the better than any other decision you ever make. Now, without further delay, let me move on to the meeting. To conduct this meeting effectively and smoothly, We have a general evaluator and a set of team. For today's meeting, general evaluator role is played by Toastmaster Priyadashini. About her, she is working as a program manager. She loves gardening, reading, and like to expand her limits by trying out new things and learning new skills. When I asked about Toastmaster Priyadashini, what is your ultimate goal and why? He said, spend each day in a meaningful way and create memories which she can cherish in years to come. I believe that is worth pursuing. Now, let's welcome Toastmaster Priyadashini to introduce herself and their team to the virtual dais. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyadashini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu. So today I am playing the general evaluator role. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Any Toastmaster session will have three key sessions, like one is a prepared speech, one is a table topics, and the third one is a evaluation part. So I will be driving the evaluation part of the Toastmasters sessions today. And as a general evaluator, the purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. I'll look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, any things to improve, any learnings that will come under my purpose of general evaluation. And in the end, myself and my team will provide feedback that will improve the overall quality of the meeting. And to support me, I have a set of two teams. One is a tag team and one is a seasoned evaluators. Tag team, I have a timer, R-counter, and grammarian. So today, the timer role is played by Toastmaster Indumati. So Toastmaster Indumati is a manager in Indian Bank. She likes listening to music. She likes walking in the beach and watching movies. She also likes to do yoga for her fitness regime. Over to you, Toastmaster Indumati, to explain the role of a timer.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as the timer is to note down the time taken by all the speakers. 1 second. Let me start my role with the following quote. Time management is the key. Although it seems hectic, as long as you manage your time properly, you can get everything done. This quote is applicable for public speakers too. With this note, let me start. Let me share with you the time limits allotted for various features we are going to hear today. For Icebreaker Speech, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes.
Sorry to interrupt, your screen is not yet visible. Can you share again?
Okay.
It says started screen sharing, but it is not visible.
1 second. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah. Yes, Indu.
Okay. I'll show green at 4 minutes, amber at 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green at 5 minutes, amber at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show green at 1 minute, amber at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show green at 2 minutes, amber at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red at 3 minutes with 30 seconds grace time. For educational session, the time limit is 20 minutes. I'll show green at 15 minutes, amber at 17 minutes, and red at 20 minutes. For speakers using PPT, I'll pick the color of the timer parts in the chat window at the respective time intervals. At the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report to General Evaluator. All the best to all the speakers. Thank you, and over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Timer Toastmaster Indumati. You have explained it very clearly. Next, let's move on to R counter. Today, the R counter role is played by Toastmaster Saravanan. Toastmaster Saravanan is working as a piping engineer in DOW, and his favorite pastime are playing with his kids and reading books. Over to you, Toastmaster Saravanan.
Good morning, everyone. Today I play the role of R counter. As a R counter, my job is to note down the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds including ha, hum, her, and also I will also note the speakers if they repeat any words or phrases such as I, this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression to General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for explaining the role. Now we have the grammarian, Toastmaster Saurabh. Toastmaster Saurabh Gupta. Sorry. So now we have Toastmaster Saurabh Gupta, who is playing the grammarian role. He is presently working in Shell India in supply chain and logistic domain in Mumbai, and he likes to learn and listen to music. Can we have Toastmaster Saurabh to explain his responsibilities?
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers.
Hello. Can't hear you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Yes, network issue, I think.
Okay. So so let's have a grammarian. So that was Saurabh Gupta, who will be playing the grammarian role today. Then I am also supported by 3 seasoned evaluators today, whom we can meet during the evaluation session. Let me hand over back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for clearly explaining out the roles and responsibilities of GE and the tag team. Now let me move on to the further. So every Toastmaster meeting has 3 segments, which includes prepared speeches, table topic session, and the evaluation session. The first one is the prepared speeches sessions. In the prepared speeches sessions, we have a set of speakers who will present their pre-prepared speeches, and it will be evaluated by the evaluators at the end of the meeting. For today's meeting, we have 3 prepared speakers lined up to amuse us and enlighten us. And it will be followed by an educational session by DTM Jayakar sir. So let me move on to the first speaker, Toastmaster Jebastin. Toastmaster Jebastin is a college student. He's from Kanyakumari. Now, to read out the speech objectives of Toastmaster Jebastin, I call upon Toastmaster Deepak. Toastmaster Deepak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Hope you are able to see me and hear me clearly. Yeah, thank you. So today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Sebastian, is going to give his first speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sebastian. And his project objective is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Timer, please note the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Sebastian. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for clearly explaining the speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Sebastian. All the best.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Muthu and Toastmaster Deepak. So good morning to our fellow Toastmasters and guests. This will be my first speech in Toastmaster, which is Icebreaker. My name is Sebastian Stephen Surgeon John, a bit lengthy name, right? Okay. Firstly, how did I come to know about Toastmaster, or what drew my interest in Toastmaster? It all started back when I was in 10th standard. It was around 2014 when I had asked one of my friends in school, quote unquote, dude, can we play Clash of Clans after school hours? His reply was, no man, I'll be going to Toastmasters. At that time, I didn't know what Toastmaster was. So I had asked him, what is Toastmaster? It's a place where I go into the stage and speak in front of people, was his reply. Okay, I left it at that. I didn't understand it completely. And then certainly I did not think about going into it, seeing what Toastmaster does. All this. But from a small age, I had stage fear. I have had a couple of experiences in this fabulous life relating to stage fear. I like to share one of them though. It was, first one was when I was in 7th standard, I was forced to enroll in a skit which is related to biblical stories. So I had to play a role and it had a script. The time came and I had to play the script. And I said first few lines of the script, but eventually I forgot the other half. It was one of a kind experience. It was so amazing. I broke down in the stage for about 1 minute. And in that time, in that 1 minute, I was so focused on seeing the facial reactions and the expressions of the audience, of around 200 people probably, rather than focusing on the script, remembering the script. It was an amazing experience. And then eventually in the appraisals, I knew I can't continue this way. I need to get over the stage fear. But did not spend time to realize how to remove the stage fear. So all that was until COVID lockdown stuck. During lockdown, I discovered my life, my calling, my ambitions, everything. And coming back to the point, so it was a time, it was during lockdown that I remembered the conversation that I had with my friend regarding the Toastmasters. So I had researched about Toastmasters. So what can I do in Toastmaster? What does it do? So I found the match. I wanted to remove stage fear. I wanted to speak more fluently, effectively. And it was Toastmaster where I can execute it. It was a platform to execute it. Initially, I wanted to join at that time, but I was in Kanyakumari. In Kanyakumari, there are no active clubs present there. So the previous year, November 2021, my college had reopened and I had to come to Chennai. And it was a time that I enrolled for MTC, and here I am giving my first speech. The motive of Icebreaker Speech is to introduce oneself, right? So I like to give a glance fast forward of my life. I was born in Najal Nadu. You don't know what is which district is named Najal Nadu?
Ramanathapuram?
Oh yeah, exactly. But it comes under Kanyakumari district. Yeah. All right. So I was born there. Till 2nd, I studied in Kanyakumari, but from 3rd till 10th, I moved to a country named Bahrain. Then my higher studies, that is 11th and 12th, I studied in school, which is in a beautiful hill station named Yelagiri Hills in Vellore district. Then I'm currently pursuing 4th year of my degree in computer science engineering in Panimalar Engineering College. Well, there is nothing to say about it. Then, wait. One sec. So I like to share, secondly, I like to share a few points regarding my Toastmaster, regarding the experiences I had regarding my experience I had with Toastmaster. Though it was limited to few sessions, but I like to share some experience. It was in 699th session that I attended the meeting, and eventually Toastmaster Tarun was the table topics master, and he had called me in this podium to present a speech. And I had found out that after delivering the speech that I had no stage fear, and all the self-talk, all the self-encouragement has yielded its results. But what was a problem is I had lack of words. I had no words to say. And eventually during that time, I did a 180-degree lookout from left to right. And it was so amazing that people are actually listening to what you say. And it was an encouraging environment. And it was good. I liked it. And eventually the lookout from left to right ended on Toastmaster Tarun. Even he had showed an expression with a firm hand, and the expression stated, "Bro, you can do it." Well, it was so amazing. I liked it. I like to thank myself for the courage to enroll for this Toastmaster, and all who are providing this environment and atmosphere. And thank you for this opportunity, and over to you, Toastmaster Muthu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jabastin. Congratulations for completing your icebreaker speech. It is very much engaging. And you are smiling throughout the speech that we all enjoy. Now let me move on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Tarun. Let me give a little introduction about Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun is a third-year architecture student, and he is our current sergeant at arms. And he's a design, finance, and tech enthusiast. And his hobbies are playing badminton, cycling, and reading. Now, when I asked him about his ultimate goal, why, he said something very interesting. He said, "You want to be free and explore as much as possible." Now, before calling Toastmaster Tarun, let me call his evaluator, Toastmaster Madhupriya, to read out his speech objectives. Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, Toastmasters, and a special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Arun. Toastmaster Arun has chosen the path motivational strategies, and he's delivering his level 1 project 1 speech, research and presentation. The objective of the project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhupriya, for clearly explaining his roles and responsibilities. And over to you, Toastmaster Tarun, and all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Tarun here, delivering my third speech in Toastmasters. So I always had this question. So let's say, how is Elizabeth in English or Elizabeth era English different from the now English, like the American English, the Australian accent and stuff? And how was Sangam era Tamil different from today's Chennai's Tamil? You can say the difference, right? Easily. So I had this question pondering me the whole time. How do languages evolve like this? How did it evolve from a language that was pure, they say, and now a mixture of languages that's like Tanglish, for example? Say there is the T in Tamil was called Tenir, and now it's called T. As such, the colloquial language got adopted easily. And so I had this question pondering me. How did it evolve like that? So what happened? So these are that was my first doubt in the factor. So I researched on the topic. So I took out some research papers from linguists and stuff. So I started researching. So amazingly, the fact that I found out was languages reflect the change in culture. So when culture gets exposed to other new cultures, there is new vocabulary created in the language, and there is more words that are inculcated into the language. So let's say there is this Darwinian theory of natural selection, right? So that also applies to the languages as such. So when there is a new culture that comes in, there is an influence on that culture from that culture. So that culture is adopted in these new places. And let's say that there was huge Hollywood influence in our language in the current era. There's a huge Hollywood influence. So let's say there are a lot of celebrities that influence our culture, and there are a lot of celebrities who create new culture as such. So we as humans, we want to always be connected to each other. So there is a need wherein humans need to be connected. As we are social creatures, we need to be connected to each other. So in the need for connection, we humans tend to look up to celebrities or leaders. So the celebrities who have their own language style, or the leaders who have their own communication style, tend to influence that on their followers or their so-called fans. So that's how languages evolve, and new languages come in, or the new vocabulary comes in. For that's one part of where the influence is there. There are two main factors which do influence the languages. One main factor is celebrities, which I mentioned here, and other is new inventions and new cultural drifts, which is mentioned in the study which I was reading about. So first, the celebrities, as I mentioned, have their own set of followers. Their set of followers in turn influence the culture there, and that's how the culture evolves and the language evolves with the culture. So let's say how new inventions influence our language. So when there's a new invention, we should note that a new noun is created. So there might be a noun which changes its purpose specifically. So let's say let's say there's a phone. What was a phone before? Anyone? Any guesses?
Pager.
Sorry?
Pager.
Yes, sir. So now a phone is a thing that you use to call or something like that. There is a telephone now, teleportable phone, etc., etc., and there's a mobile phone, and etc. So, and let's say even smartphones, and even let's say new inventions also affect the use of verbs as such. So let's say I want to hang out, or let's party. So so there's also parties at a game called Fortnite. So when I want to party with a friend, I call him to a party at Fortnite. So that's how even verbs get influenced when new inventions come in. Or let's say the metaverse. The metaverse as such was coined in the year 1996, and now it's very prevalently used because of Facebook, which is moving into Meta. So that's all. When new inventions and celebrities come into play, they put a huge influence on the use of the language and the vocabulary of the language as such. So let's say even slangs evolved due to celebrities and new inventions coming into place. So and there's also one factor wherein language evolves because of us. We humans tend to use what is easier and better to communicate. So let's say mostly the widely accepted English is the American form of English. It's because that, as I mentioned, there's a huge Hollywood influence there. So that's the reason why we adopt new languages and new slangs, because it becomes an easier way of communication for us, and we find it easier to connect with people as such. So that's how slangs evolve and languages evolve. Over to the TMOD. Thank you for this opportunity. Over to the TMOD. Thank you.
Thanks, Tarun. Thanks, Tarun. And it was a wonderful speech. You introduced it as a lot of languages, a lot of facts. Thank you. And let us congratulate Tarun for completing his speech. Now let me move on to our next speaker. Our third speaker is Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar. Let me read out his introduction. Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar is a project and contract management professional working for an Italian oil and gas MNC in Chennai. He's a civil engineer with a dual masters in advanced construction management and finance management. He lives with the philosophy that being alive is the biggest gift of life itself. Loves to go on for adventure trips, traveling, and learning new technologies. When I asked him about his ultimate goal, he said his ultimate goal in life is to have a satisfied life. That's something really worth perceiving, and that's all what we all hope to have. And over to you, Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar. Sorry. Before that, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Jay Sarathy, to read out his speech objectives.
Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Karthik would be delivering his speech from the path Dynamic Leadership Level 2, which is the project he has chosen is Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. The title of the speech is The Catalyst. All the best, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay Sarathy.
I'm really sorry, actually, I missed the objective. So the purpose of this project is for the member to clarify and define how Toastmaster invents the mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for the members to share some aspects of the previous experience as a protege. All the best, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay Sarathy, for nicely explaining how Toastmaster Karthik's objectives. And over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Am I visible and audible clearly?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good morning, warm morning to my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. When it comes to doing something new and what you don't know already, and in some cases, you might be knowing what it is, but you don't know how to improvise it. What will you be looking for? It is the guidance and some advice from someone who is more experienced than you. And that person will be sharing her experience with you and enjoys the happiness of sharing and seeing you getting nourished and growing personally and professionally. That person is the catalyst of your life as well as your success. He or she is called as mentor. Mentoring is a brain to pick, ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. Today's age, it's all about the startup environment. Everyone is coming up with their vision of starting up their own company. And all the entrepreneurs you can see are teenagers or they are youngsters who don't have much experience in the corporate life. What they need is all about mentors. The mentors are the one who will able to make them grow and reach a level from what they are currently to the next level. They are acting as the catalyst. In chemical terms, a catalyst is a substance which will not directly take part in a chemical reaction, but accelerates the chemical process itself. That is what a catalyst does. And all the mentors do in the same way. We as a person, we require mentors in all walks of our life, right from our college, schooling, and the professional career, and even in Toastmaster. Everywhere there is a need to have a mentor, because of whom only you will be able to grow from one step to the next step and you can level up yourself. The nature of this catalyst play of the mentors, you can see it even in Mahabharata. In one of the Mahabharata's character, Arjuna, do you know who is his best mentor? It is the Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna was the perfect mentor for him. Because of him, he was able to win the game of the Mahabharata and the war itself, and playing tactically and skillfully. That is the role a good mentor will be playing in mentee's life. So this is the life of a mentor in a mentee relationship. There is a subtle difference between a mentor and a coach. A mentor is always looks for a long-term aspect, whereas a coach looks for a short-time gains or short-time objectives. For example, if you want to run in a race, a coach will be able to make you run in a small relay race or something like that. Whereas your mentor is someone who always thinks for your growth and a longer perspective and makes you run for a long marathon. So that is the aspect of a mentor and a coach difference. And when it comes to public speaking, especially in Toastmaster, I felt like initially when I stepped into the Andhra Chamber of Commerce, I was very tensed and nervous, like I don't have much prior experience as a public speaker. How will I be able to cope up with this? Then came up with this thought of the mentorship, and I saw how the mentoring works in Toastmaster. That has given me the confidence, yes, I can also speak publicly and I can be a good speaker in front of everyone. That has given me the push, and because of that, what I'm today here in Toastmaster Club. Initially, when I joined, it was the starting of the Corona period, and I was literally in the virtual meetings only. And I was waiting and I was watching how the things are happening in Toastmasters. And I had the chance of having the Vijay Anand as a Toastmaster as my mentor. Under his mentorship, I was able to improvise my script of the content. I was able to bag the Best Speaker Award 4 times in a row. And apart from that, he has shared me very good, valuable insights, such as I was participating in the debate contest in the 550th meeting. In that, he has shared about the photographs about the 400 and 450 and 500, the meetings where it has happened physically. The debate was exactly on whether physical meeting versus virtual meeting. So he has given the inputs, which were very helpful for me to cope up, and it was very helpful to present myself in the debate contest. Such is this personal experience of a mentor who will be helping you coming up in your journey in Toastmastering. Then came up my another mentor. I didn't find him. He has found me as a mentee. Do you know how? Before I was, it's like when my previous mentor is no more in the club, I was looking for another mentor. And whenever I'm trying to give speeches, this mentor voluntarily comes and gives a positive feedback, and as well as keeps on telling the points where I can improve on. So that is the point I learned, like, yes, will be a very perfect mentor, and I has requested him. He has accepted me. And he has made me get into the roles of like TMOD, general evaluators, and also recommended to me to be the evaluation contest master, and even helped me to be a co-chair in the district level officers training program. So these are the sort of initiations that I has provided me. And that person is none other than Toastmaster Babu Shankar sir. I am very much thankful to him and all the mentors who have been helping me in a constant speed, and the way in which they are accelerating my growth as a professional, as well as this is helping me in my personal life as well. This mentorship, in a nutshell, if we want to say, Toastmasters create true leaders, and true leaders are great mentors. For growing public speaker like me, my mentors are the real catalyst who have accelerated, guided, and molded me into a shape for what I am today. As it is said, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. I have found that mentor. How about you, Toastmasters? And back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Hello. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar, for a wonderful speech. It was flawless. It was very much engaging. We all thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually, I like your comparison of the mentee and mentor with the Mahabharata, Krishna and Arjuna. It was really enlightening. And I would say Toastmaster Karthik fulfilled his purpose. And let me congratulate for completing the speech. Now, let me move on to our next speaker. Actually, it was an educational session. It's going to be conducted by Toastmaster, DTM Jayakar sir, on the topic, the Better Speaker Series, Impromptu Speaking and Table Topics. So before calling him, let me read out his introduction. He joined the Toastmasters in the year 2008. He was a charter member for two clubs, Medley Toastmaster Club and the Madras Toastmasters Club. He held the office of Treasurer and Vice President membership of Medley for 3 terms, held the office of Vice President Education and President for 3 terms. He is the area governor for the period 2010 to 2011. He mentored and coached clubs, conference chairs for the first reverberations as well as division conferences. He is a judge for clubs and area contests. When I asked him about his ultimate goal in life, he said something interesting that made me to look back again to what he said. He said his purpose of life is to achieve the goals. So in his statement, just use both the word of the day and theme of the day. That is very much interesting. Let me call DTM Jayakar sir for conducting the education session. Over to you, DTM Jayakar sir.
Good morning, Toastmaster of the day and fellow Toastmasters. I would like to ask the TMOD, what's the time now?
It's 11:15.
It's 11:15. What time are we going to end this session, please?
11:10, 1 minute.
What time, according to you, is the plan to end this session?
Let's end by 11:30. That's what.
Are you going to have a break after 11:30?
Yes, we can have a short break for 2 minutes.
No. The break is officially at what time, and what time are we going to have the break now?
No, we can have the break by 11:35. Sir, I hope your speech is for 20 minutes.
No, 20 minutes. How do you do from 11:15? What do you do about table topics? And what do you do about evaluation? When are you going to end this Mtc meeting today? How are you going to squeeze the education session into this time? EMOD must plan this now. How are you going to do it now? Kavita madam, what is your decision?
Sir, we'll try to adjust table topics accordingly, sir. We can go ahead with the educational session and let's see how it goes, sir.
No, but
taken your feedback, sir.
Sir, actually, the time is only 11:11, sir. It's not 11:15.
Okay, 11:11. How many minutes you want the thing? You are trying to be very accurate now. What's the time you want the education session to end?
Sir, it's only 20 minutes, sir.
So how much? At 11:31 it will end?
Yes, sir.
Then what will we do? At 11:30, shall we go for the break? How will we do the table topics? And how do we do the evaluation? So what I am suggesting to all of you is have a break now for 5 minutes. At 11:45 till 11:45, have the education session with table topics. What does the agenda say? Does it say 11:45 is the Evaluation. 11:50 is the evaluation. Am I right?
Sir, you're suggesting to have a break now and then come back and have the
Have a
session,
break
sir?
and have the education session and table topic together.
Okay, sir. Let's meet back at probably 11:15.
11:15 is 3 minutes. I have no.
Okay, 11:17.
11:17. So
Okay, we'll meet back at
11:17
11:17.
and we will have this education session and table topic up to 11:50 if the time is what is mentioned in the agenda. Am I right? The agenda evaluation starts at 11:50, I think. Am I right?
Okay, sir. You want to have a break now and you'll come back and
Not
have the
I.
education session.
Not
Okay.
I. We will have a break. Or
Okay,
you want
sir.
me to do the education session, I will do it up to 11:50. No problem. If you are ready for it without a break up to 11:50, we continue.
Okay, we can go for a break until 11:17 and we can come back, sir.
Yes, yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you so much. Sergeant at Arms, you can start the meeting. It's 11:17. Toastmaster Tarun, are you there? Toastmaster Muttu, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, Muttu, you can start.
Can we start? Okay, now it's time. We can be back in the meeting. So let me hand over the control to the. Let me have the control to the DTM Jayakar sir for conducting the education speech. So over to you, DTM Jayakar sir. You can take control. DTM Jayakar sir. I think he's on mute.
Yeah, his audio and video are off.
DTM Jayakar sir. Are you there, sir?
I just spoke to him, Muthu. He's coming.
Okay, okay.
For that timer, could you please confirm if there are any disqualified speakers?
Yeah, the prepared speech.
In the prepared speech section, yes. Timer, Toastmaster Nindumati.
You can take it up offline with Indumati.
Yes, ma'am.
We can go ahead with the
Cool.
meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's not stop. Sir, over to you, sir.
Because you will have it as a little interactive session, and don't make noise, that's all, but please unmute. This will be an educational session, so during educational session, kindly unmute yourself. Before I start, Toastmaster of the day, shall I start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
Am I audible, visible?
Yes, sir. You are audible and visible.
The usual question. Okay. Audible, visible. Yeah. Okay. Have you made me the co-host or something so that you can go for screen sharing?
You can share the screen, sir. I think it should be enabled.
Now it is enabled. Yeah. Now it is enabled. Okay. Now, before I start, I think I conducted this table topic session earlier also. How many of you have attended this? Can you answer me? How many of you have?
I attended, sir.
Yeah. How many? Yeah. Fine. Okay, so anyway, I will repeat this particular exercise of table topics, right? And I will try to do it as quick as possible so that we can, get into quick timing management.
Slideshow, sir. Next to animation.
1 minute. No, this something is.
Sir, otherwise you can press F5 button, sir. It will be easy.
Yeah. Okay, you can please note down, and if you have some notes, please take down. Let me start. Fellow Toastmasters, I would like to tell you something about table topics. Now, how many of you know what is table topics? Can you tell me what is table topics?
Yes, sir. It is thinking on your feet. And
all of you unmute so that you can talk and you can finish it fast. Okay. What is table topics?
Impromptu speech and talking on spot, given any topic.
There is a general fear all around the place about this concept called table topics. And table topics is nothing but impromptu speaking. honestly, I must say that we are all impromptu speakers. Every day in our life, we are actually doing impromptu speech. What do you mean by that? We are doing impromptu speech. What is it? Impromptu speaking means thinking on your feet. Please remember this statement, thinking on your feet. And thinking on your feet doesn't mean something feet and you are thinking and our feet will think. Thinking on your feet means you must be quickly getting into a point of reacting and putting your views. That is called impromptu speaking. Now, what is it in Toastmasters? Toastmasters teaches you impromptu speaking. Table topics is a trademark of Toastmasters. This word table topics, you will not see anywhere. You will only see this word in Toastmasters. And what exactly you mean by table topics? See, historically, club meeting, how was the club meeting? Means club meeting used to be a long table. A long table where a lot of people will be sitting, and there on the table in the center, there will be a box. It is usually called as the ballot box. And in this ballot box, there will be a lot of chits there. Topics. The table topic master will remove a topic and give it to a participant. That is how the word table topics came. And from there, this particular table topics became a standard in a Toastmaster. Worldwide, you will have prepared speech, and table topics and evaluation. Worldwide, wherever you go in any Toastmasters club, you will see prepared speech, you will see table topics, and then you will see evaluation. So this exactly is called table topics. And impromptu speaking is nothing but table topics. So one of very issue. But what exactly is impromptu speaking? Can anybody say what is impromptu speaking? Can anybody tell what is impromptu speaking?
It's without preparation.
See, impromptu speaking, you must tell your views. Let me give an example of this. See, Chennai has got a lot of sun nowadays. It's getting hot. Suppose I ask Toastmaster Priya, Chennai is becoming hot nowadays. Priya, can you tell me in about 10 words what you feel? And that's your view. Will you say yes, no, yes, it's getting hot, it's normally hot? How will you talk about it? Yes or no?
Yeah, I will also support Chennai has always been hot, and maybe because of the climate changes, it is becoming hotter and more hotter.
Yeah, so you can talk 10 sentences about that. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So, table topics in a point, we are getting into a stage where we say for the topic or we say against the topic. If, for example, I say, see, nowadays the price has gone up a lot. Sometimes you would like to give your view in the opposite direction. You will say, no, there is not much price raise. Reason, you will give 100 reasons, 10 reasons you will give. Therefore, in all our daily life, you will see impromptu speaking which is happening. But Toastmasters, the impromptu speaking table topics, most of us will say we don't want to speak. We don't want a topic. I don't like table topics. This is the general trend everywhere. In our daily lives, even at home, everywhere, we are giving table topics or impromptu speaking, which is happening. Yesterday, there was a discussion. Some discussion means a small thing. I just told somebody, see, the serials nowadays are very disturbing. The TV serials are very disturbing. There are a lot of views in the discussion. Some people said, no, sir, TV serials are very good nowadays. It is giving a lot of knowledge. It is giving a lot of morals. Some people said, TV serials are useless. Then somebody came on and told me that TV serials have got actors from Kerala. Somebody said TV serials have got more actors from Karnataka. Everybody gave their views. So table topic or whatever you say, impromptu speaking, is giving your views. Please remember, giving your views. That is what is meant by table topics. Now let me go through this quickly, then you will understand it.
Sir, just to let you know, the PPT is not visible, sir.
Oh, okay.
You can probably unshare and share.
Now I am putting share. Is it coming now?
Yes, sir. The screen is blank actually. Nothing is, no slide is visible.
Oh God. Now I don't know. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Yes, sir. Stop sharing. I will. If you restart it again, it will come. Sir.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, now it is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now what is table topics? Now you see here, I just already spoke to you. This is nothing but impromptu speaking, which I told you. It means thinking on your feet. And the table topics is a trademark of Toastmasters. Very important point. You will not find this word elsewhere. Right. Now, if we go, I just told you, even in daily life, we have table topics or impromptu speaking. All of us know this. So don't get into a point of fear. Fear hoga dega, because table topics is or impromptu speaking is really what you practice in everyday life. But you will be doing this very unconsciously. Okay. Now, impromptu speaking does not have standards, does not have a time standard. What you do in general life, you keep on talking, you will keep telling a lot of things. So there is no clear standard in terms of impromptu speaking. And it is not clearly defined. Yet it finds itself. And moreover, impromptu speaking is a free speaking skill for all of us. We all speak impromptu most of the time. Now, what is the requirement to be a good table topic speaker or an impromptu speaker? This is very important for all of us. What you have to understand is you must know the content. Suppose the topic was there's a lot of summer, there's a lot of sun in Chennai. You must know the content. If I again tell you there is a lot of sun in America, you won't be able to give a talk on this. You will not be able to give you would not have seen America. Whereas if an American is asked to speak about America, it's possible. He will have a lot of content. So remember, content is a very, very important point. Kindly remember this. Then you must have the courage to talk about it. Develop courage to talk. If I talk about accountancy, if a topic is given to me about accountancy, I won't be able to speak with courage about accountancy. Whereas if Anirudh is asked to talk about accountancy, I'm sure he will have the courage to talk about accountancy because he knows something about accountancy. Am I right, Anirudh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you may know something. Whereas if I ask software to Anirudh, I'm sure software you may not know. So the courage will be developed only when you know the content. The next point is you must have the conviction and communication. You must be able to speak correctly and you must have the conviction. These are very simple requirements. You can note it down or take a screenshot and then follow this regularly. Let's go to the next slide. In Toastmasters, what is table topics? This is very useful in daily life because in daily life we have impromptu speaking. Impromptu speaking is actually happening. You can improve upon this very easily once you start practicing table topics. It can also be useful to express your views. Further, the view can be for it or against it. For table topic session, when a topic is given to you, you have to tell whether you are for the topic or whether you are against the topic. Only one of the two. So develop, understand the topic, bring out your content for the topic or bring out the content against the topic. And that will be the takeaway for the audience. In Toastmasters, table topic is well standardized. It has got 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it has got 60 seconds. All these things are standardized for you to make your communication very effective. Let's go to the next slide quickly. Let us go to the structure. How do you structure table topics in Toastmasters? Please note this very carefully. There is a clear structure. Like any speech part, this has also got a clear structure. It has got an opening. Usually the opening is 20 words. Note down, the opening is 20 words, usually. And the body is about 50 to 100 words. And the conclusion is about 10 to 20 words. This is normally the standard in terms because our speaking speed usually is about 90 words per minute. Note down, 90 words per minute is the usual speaking speed. If you are not strong in your communication, if you find it very difficult, your number of words per minute will reduce. You will not be able to speak. Sometimes when you are not having the content properly, then you will say and so. You will keep on adding these words. Your content will go. So remember that you must speak 90 words per minute. At this calculation, this will be an approximate structure which you should learn to practice. So total will be about 100 to 150 words in about 120 seconds. 120 seconds, 100 to 150 words is the number of words you can give in that time. Now, if you look at table topic timing, now here the timer knows what to say. I am just repeating it for you. In table topics, generally, 20 seconds time is taken. When a topic is given to people, you can take a 20-second time, perhaps to even think and bring your content. That is a standard practice. I don't know whether the club can follow this practice, but get into a point where you can take 20 seconds to start. Then you give an opening. I will come to that point. Now, opening, body, conclusion, I will tell you. Green is considered to be the threshold. Green on the 60 seconds, green. This timings, I don't want to say, the timer knows, all of you know this. Amber will be at 90 seconds. Red will start at 120 seconds and will remain red all the time. These are the timings of table topics. This is standardized worldwide. Now let us analyze the table topics. Let us now come to the opening. Let us do a little bit of exercise. All of you can do this exercise. How do you do the opening of a table topic? Let us take a topic. Toastmaster Anand, can you take out a topic? You're the Toastmaster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, give me a topic. I think you must be having some topics.
Okay, sir. Just a minute.
Give me one topic. Shall we go? We'll try to take the opening.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness?
The topic is, do you think crying is a sign of weakness? Now, assume that the table topic master has given this topic. Toastmaster Kavita, how will you do the opening? Are you there, Toastmaster Kavita, for the opening? Toastmaster Saravana, can you tell us the opening? How will you like to give the opening? Let us practice this opening first.
Can I have the title once again? Sorry, topic once again.
Topic title is Toastmaster Anand, what's the...
Yes, sir. Or do you think crying is a sign of weakness?
Do you think crying is a sign of weakness? How would you like to give the opening?
Yeah,
let me tell you so that now onwards you can learn. Always go for a simple opening. Just say table topic master. If you are in a contest, say contest master. And then repeat the topic. Table topic master. Do you think crying is a weakness? That's all. This much only if you say, that is your opening. Don't get into very complicated opening and all that. Thank you for giving me this topic. It is a wonderful topic. I have never seen this topic. This is a very great topic. These things are not required. You're going to tell your views. Do you think crying is a weakness? Tell your views. Now let's go to the body. Deepak, tell us the body. What would you say? Do you think crying is a weakness? Tell us about it in about 20 sentences.
20 sentences.
Okay, 10 sentences.
Yeah, okay, sir. So, I never believed that crying is a sign of weakness.
No. First thing, Deepak, would you like to be for the topic or against the topic?
Against the topic, sir.
So how do you say that? Don't go and say I'm against this point. Tell it in a smooth transition.
I believe that crying is not a sign of weakness.
Okay, good. Now you continue with the body.
Because that is a natural human emotion. It's one of the emotions, so that we could express it clearly, boldly, without without considering any others' opinion or thoughts. So people never going to judge you even if you cry in front of many people. They will also trust you honestly, so that you are beautifully expressing your thoughts and emotions confidently. So I would prefer like whatever the emotions, we should not control. We should not consider this as an weakness. We should consider everything as it's a natural thing and let it go.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now, what is the technique that you use in the body? In the body of, that is the topic, learn to identify the key words. The simplest technique is the key words. For example, let me give you a topic. Which is better teacher? Which is a better teacher? Failure or success? Can you tell me what is the key word in this topic?
Failure, sir.
Huh?
Failure.
Failure is a keyword. Success is a keyword. So your body should have these points. You must give your views against failures and successes. You got the point. So work on this particular thing. Right? This is the way. Keyword is the simplest technique you should go for. Learn to identify the keyword. Toastmaster Anand, can you give another topic?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Is living and existing one and the same?
Is living and existing one and the same? What, according to you, is the key words in this?
Living and existing.
Yes, living and existing. So living and existing, or body, you develop 10 sentences. That's all you have to remember. You don't, it's nothing complicated. Even if the topic is TV serials are not good nowadays, the key word is TV serials and nowadays. So you have to talk something about nowadays and you must talk about TV serial. That's all. There is no complication. So when you have the 20 seconds of time, initially, think of this keyword and think of the body and keep yourself ready. Now let's go to the next. The conclusion should be a message and takeaway. Conclusion should be a message and takeaway. Now let me ask Deepak Subramaniam again. Is crying a sign of weakness? Deepak, what is your conclusion, message and takeaway to the audience?
So yeah, so never bother about anyone's like what others would think. So be honest for yourself. Be trust yourself and express whatever emotions you have.
That is your message and takeaway, right? So here again, were you for the topic or against the topic? You said crying is not a weakness. Whereas your message there has to link with that point. Ultimately, you're giving a wrong message.
So,
So you are saying that
I am saying crying is not a sign of weakness. Express it boldly.
So bring those words. Please express it boldly, whatever you would like to say. Even if you are crying, it is not to be looked as a weakness, right? So these are three important analysis how you should talk about table topics. Now, what are the techniques? Please don't take these seriously. Once you know the minimum way of doing table topics, then you can go on to these things. These are techniques which you should learn once you have a particular level of table topics. Just for your information, I am giving you this. There is one thing called as 5W and 1H technique. Everybody uses this technique. This is called what, why, when, where, who, and how. Any topic you can give this question to it and you will get answers. That can be the body of the message. There is also called a pros and cons technique. For example, Deepak Subramaniam gave the pros and cons of use that technique when he spoke about crying. Is crying a weakness? He told the pros and he told the cons. This is one method. And another one is past, present, and future technique. You can use this technique and say earlier in the past, crying was considered a sign of weakness. Nowadays, crying is considered a sign of bargaining. In the future, crying will be a great way to win people. Like this you can bring. That is
another thing. When we are born itself, we cry only.
We cry. Okay.
We cry and come into this world.
Excellent, excellent. So you are giving some view about it. That's good. So these are the techniques of table topics. Now, what is the way to success? How are you going to be a good table topic speaker? Simple question. Practice, practice, practice. Learn to practice. That is the best way. Whenever table topic session is there, all of you note down these table topics because only one speaker is going to give the topic. All the rest, please note it down and then please do this yourself by practicing at home. Practice, practice, practice. You will improve yourself in table. I hope everybody has understood about this particular. Thank you very much. Toastmaster Anand, you can do the table topics now. Now you have got.
Thank you very much, sir.
You can do it.
Yes, sir. I'm
stopping screen share. I think it has gone off automatically. Please go ahead. Please go ahead. I hope all of you have got some idea of the topic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the session.
Yes, sir. Very informative session.
Please do the table topic, but don't give me a topic now. Table topic master, don't include me in that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Noted, sir. Yes. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest, good to play the role of the table topic master. So before starting, so what I learned from this educational session is that what Sarah has mentioned about the 3 C's: content, courage, conviction, and communication. Normally, I mean, in sales, we say that in selling, it is 99% conviction and the 1% is the communication of this conviction. Similarly, in this table topic is that your strong belief, the conviction on your topic, what you are going to project to your audience, that play a vital role. Okay. In this positive note, let us start the table topic session. The purpose of the Toastmaster is to facilitate table topic where the guest and member will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce the topic and call on the speakers who will be given 2 minutes to speak on subject. Okay. Let me call on the first speaker, Toastmaster Karthik Shivkumar. Karthik Shivkumar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Karthik Shivkumar, are you there?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Available.
Yeah. For you, the first topic. For you, the topic is that the failing is worse than never trying. Failing is worse than never trying. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik Shivkumar.
Thank you, table topic master. Failing is worse than trying. See, without even trying, everyone is failing. Only when you try, you can see whether you are going to win or you're going to lose. And only when you keep on trying, even the failure will turn out to be success. In order to make that to happen, what you have to do? It is trying. You should have to, there is a saying which says like, keep on knocking the door will open. If not this door, there will be some other door which will be getting opened. So that is what happened. If some doors are not going to be open for you, and that may be considered as failure for someone, but you have the satisfaction like, have at least tried knocking the door. Whether it can, that door can be opportunity, that door can be any sort of relationship that you want to build up. So anything which has not been tried, not been expressed, it's going to be a failure only. So in order to avoid that, we need to keep on trying. So trying is what is better than failure. Trying is the best thing than the failure. Trying, you keep on trying and you will make the things possible. The impossible also turns out to be possible only when you keep on trying. So all people who knows will talk about on the bulb 1,000 times. It is not one single time, 1,000 times. So it was the 1,000 times of trying which has made it possible. So he can just left it saying like, yeah, nothing. No, it is not going to work out. But he didn't stop there. He has just kept on moving ahead, just saying like, yes, failure is worse than trying. And that is what he has made it. And today you are able to see me. I am able to see you because of the light that we have and because of the technologies that we have in the night, or the technologies that we are keep on evolving. Zoom meetings are also possible today because this was not there previously, and our technology kept on evolving and it has been tried, and today it has been possible. So failure is worse than trying. Thank you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Toast.
Your voice is breaking, sir. Toastmaster Anand.
Yes, the voice is breaking.
Nisha.
No, sir,
Shall
we
I
can't.
Yeah, guest Nisha.
Sir, your voice is breaking in between. So maybe
he was calling guest Nisha actually.
You can put the name in the chat.
Yes,
or select
yes.
the topic, sir, so that it will
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
Or else, sir, you can switch off your video, sir. If the audio is good enough, That's enough, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay.
But
Guest
you're not audible, guest Nisha.
Toastmaster Kavita.
Toastmaster Anand, your voice is breaking, so you can put the topic in the chat.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, now it's clear actually, your voice.
No problem, Anirudh. Let it be.
Okay.
So just,
Yeah.
we can also have.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes. Toastmaster Kavita, for you this topic. Innocence and ignorance is one and the same. Once again, I am repeating. Innocence and ignorance is one and the same. Over to you, Toastmaster Kavita.
Yes, I think guest Nisha is here, sir.
Okay, you can, okay. Nisha, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir, I'm there. Can you repeat the topic once again? Innocence and ignorance. Can you repeat the topic?
Shall I give or a different topic? Yeah, innocence and ignorance is one and the same.
Okay, okay, done, sir. Thank you for the topic, sir. My okay, innocence and ignorance the one and the same. Okay. It's two, okay? It consists of innocence and ignorance. It's innocence is it's a habit or a behavior of a person. We can see that behavior. Okay. Innocence is a behavior of a person. Ignorance is a character, it's an ability which we overcome in a situation. It's based on an individual or based on a circumstance. We can ignore that. I do know that innocence it is an reality. We can say it that way. I can say innocence as innocence is somewhat more better than ignorance. Actually, if everyone have a sense in themselves, ignorance will come based on the situation and circumstances. At this point, actually. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. May I call upon guest Akila. Are you there? May I call guest Akila. Guest Akila, are you there?
Guest Akila.
Yeah. For you the question is, what makes you smile? What makes you smile? Also, I given in the chat box. What makes you smile?
Hello. Can everybody see my screen and hear my voice?
Yes, yes, yes.
My
Sorry.
No. Someone else.
network also unstable.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for the topic and the opportunity. So what makes me smile? Okay. So I've been trying to be a productive person. So when I achieve my goal that day and avoiding any deviations, that would make me smile. And things like when I get to the news and reading something, when someone shows empathy to others, that makes me smile. And there is some movement, some new invention that would like help plastic usage in the world, or like that would help plastic decomposition, like that would help plastic decomposition to happen quick, kind of thing. And inventions like companies like Tesla that would help air pollution by reduce by a substantial amount. That things would make me happy. And more than everything, like the humanity thing, like when someone shows like humanity is the first thing more than every religion, caste or race, anything else. So there is some even that would empathize on that humanity is everything. That would make me happy. Yeah.
Yes, thanks, guest Akila, for your active participation. Let me call on Toastmaster Anirudh. Are you there? Anirudh, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. So for you, the question is that great stories come from bad decision.
Yes. So
Or false? Once again, decision. True or false?
sorry, can you repeat the topic again? Your voice is breaking in the middle.
Okay. Great stories come from bad decision. True or false?
Okay, so table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guest. Great decisions come from bad stories. Sometimes it is true, sometimes it is false. Sometimes there might be some important situations in our life where our decision making at that during that situation will be critical. So at that time, when we make a bad decision, it might create a bigger impact. But sometimes in earlier stages of our life, if we make bad decisions, we can learn from those bad decisions, and we can grow, and we can develop into we can develop, and we can make better decisions as we progress, as days progress and years progress. So that will make us a better person. So actually, in the earlier stages of our life, just because we make bad decisions, it doesn't mean that it'll always cause downfall for us. It'll always people always change, situations always change, and everything changes. So normally when we see many people, they fail initially, they keep failing, and continuous failures leads to success. We have seen so many people actually, like A.R. Rahman, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. These are all people who didn't even complete their education fully, but they have all become famous people. So actually, great stories does come from bad decisions. So just because we make bad decisions initially, we can correct them, and we can make better decisions in the future. So then that will help us achieve our goals in our life and become a successful and famous person. Thank you, and over to table topic master.
Thanks, TM Anirudh. Toastmaster of the day. Do we have time for one or two topics?
We can end this. Toastmaster Anand, we can end this now. We are exceeding the limit. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Anand, for quickly conducting the table topic section and considering the time limit. So it was engaging, and so you have quickly enrolled the guests and the members. Now let me move on to the third segment.
Could I know the list of qualified speakers for the TT session? Timer.
All are qualified.
Okay.
It will be
Thank you, ma'am.
We are moving to the third session of the evaluation of this speech. It will be conducted by the General Evaluator Toastmaster Prajeshni. Over to you, General Evaluator. You can take control.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muthu. Let's quickly move on to the evaluation session. As I said, this is the most important session where we give feedback to the prepared speeches. So without much delay, let me call upon the first evaluator. We have Toastmaster Deepak, who will evaluate Toastmaster Jebestine's ice-breaking session. Toastmaster Deepak is a technology analyst at Citicorp. He's a former president and a former student of College of Engineering and University. He's a natural flair for coding and learning new technical skill. He is a voracious reader and a passionate football player. He is a pragmatic public speaker with an inclination towards helping others. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepak, to evaluate Toastmaster Jebestine.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Priyadashni, for this beautiful introduction, and especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Jebestine. Congratulations for completing level 1, project 1 in your dynamic leadership pathway. First speech, you have taken a great step today. Congratulations to you. And I never saw anyone who has come out of his comfort zone and boldly expressed for the first time, because we used to take more than months to give our speech. So kudos to that. So that confidence is something it's really encouraging, and keep having this spirit, never lose this spirit, and complete this entire pathway in 1 year. All the best to you. So I would like to highlight favorite parts of your speech. The first thing is you had a wonderful opening by bringing humor with your name itself. So it actually captivated the interest of audience. Like I could see many of our Toastmasters, like Toastmaster Priya and others, were smiling while you were defining your name. So that actually you did that really well. So that connected the audience. So second is something you fearlessly expressed your stage fear experience that you have encountered in your biblical story drama, right? So usually people never admit their weakness in front of any people. So they regret for this realization in their later part of life. But you realized this weakness in the early part of your life, and you have actually addressed this issue by joining this Toastmasters Club. So that is something I would like to congratulate you for quickly finding what are the mistakes you are doing in your life and finding the solutions. So that is the second thing I really like from your speech. The other one is something throughout your speech you are totally energetic. We could grasp that enthusiasm throughout your speech. So we were smiling here and there. So that actually that smiling is actually contagious. If you smile, people automatically smile. It doesn't matter whatever you are speaking. No one will listen to the script what you are saying. If you smile, people will smile. So that you brought in your speech very well. So moving on to recommendation, what I would suggest is you could have app title for your speech, because that is something you have chosen, my icebreaker speech. So obviously it's your icebreaker speech. So you could have created some enthusiasm, some innovative things, what would have done in your, like what would have happened in your life, that could have linked in your title. So that that will be a great opening for you. And also what I felt is something you could have scripted your speech really well before presenting in this Toastmasters Club. So you would have gone through like a lot of rehearsal, or you could have recorded yourself, or you could have spoke in front of mirror, so that you could find your mistakes well ahead. Because even if you see the YouTube recording, you could also find your mistakes. Oh my God, we could have done this before, right? We could have done this right? Something like that you could reminiscence. Rather than doing that after giving this in the speech, in the club, you could have practiced a little more before expressing. So to summarize, keep up your smile, keep up your positive spirit, keep up your courage and confidence. If it is peppered with this app title and the practice in your script before, your speech would have been to the next level. All the best. Back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for highlighting all the things which he needs to focus. Let's have the next evaluator for Toastmaster Tarun's speech. Let me call upon Toastmaster Madhupriya. She's a lawyer by profession. She's one of our past president of MTC, and her hobbies are drawing and painting. Can I call Toastmaster Madhupriya to? Yeah, thank you.
Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Good afternoon, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Tarun. Yes, Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun, you have chosen your project as research and presentation, and the topic you have taken is evolution of languages. That is the changes you're seeing in the current languages. Very good topic selection. First of all, you need an appreciation because language is very important. Whenever we think about research, people generally focus on scientific research. They take topics related to science and technology, but taking a topic related to language, because language, this is something that creates community. Language is something that builds relationship, and it's a basic thing we need to communicate. So language has got so much importance, and big applause for you for taking such a topic on this project, research and presentation. The second thing I liked in your speech was the analogies you made. Wow, they need. Mostly, we don't use that term now. Tea has become like a Tamil word. That analogy, I really liked it. And second thing, the word you used, like new nouns are been formed because of new inventions. Pager, telephone, smartphones. That explanation was really good. And the verbs, I want a party. Party is said to be a place, a noun, but now I want a party, it becomes a verb. So the changes you brought, that was really superb. I could really see so much of research you made with respect to this topic. And the third thing I liked in your speech was the elaborate influences you brought into it, the two influences, celebrity influence and the inventions, what type of influence inventions bring about. That material was super. I really liked the material you brought into this speech. This was the first time, Tarun, I'm listening to your speech, and in few seconds, I was able to judge that you had got good traits to become a very good public speaker. But there are a few recommendations here. The first one is topic. You need to give an attractive topic. You know, whenever you see the agenda in various public speeches or even in contest, club area contest, the people, the contestants, they give so much of importance to the topic because that in just a glance gives an entire view of what kind of topic you're going to present, what kind of speech you're going to give. So focus on your topic. The topic was not there. I searched in the agenda and I was expecting you to announce the topic, but you didn't. So just focus on the topic. The second thing is, say, Tarun, you are a public speaker, you come to MTC, you're a celebrity now, and there are people to give introduction. Who's Tarun? What kind of topic he's going to present? What project he's going to present? So you needn't come and stand and say like, I'm Tarun, I'm here to present. See, that is waste of time. There are people to take care of that. So in that few seconds, you can add some messages, you can give some codes and attract people, try to attract people in that few seconds. So next time, don't give an introduction about yourself when you give a speech. The third thing is conclusion. This is a very powerful topic and you can give some powerful conclusion like, when you know a language, you know the world. That kind of conclusion, you can end the speech in the positive note. On the whole, Tarun, you had a very good speech, very good attraction, articulation, and a good language too. Provided, just concentrate in your speech structuring and you will master the language. Over to Toastmaster of the day, General Evaluator.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhupriya, an excellent in evaluation. That is why we keep telling that evaluation is the backbone of any Toastmaster session. Next, let me call upon Toastmaster Jay to evaluate Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar's speech. Toastmaster Jay is working at Flex, an electronics manufacturing company. He is one of our past presidents of MTC. Let me call upon Toastmaster Jay.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Karthik used his title as catalyst. I was wondering why he used a chemical term here. Then I understood he was trying to explain about the chemistry he had with his mentors. Good morning, Toastmasters and future Toastmasters of the club. I'm talking about the guest. Toastmaster Karthik delivered his speech on the project Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. In this project, of course, as I said earlier, there are two objectives. First of all, he has to say how Toastmaster envisions the mentoring. And secondly, he has to share his experience as a protege. For the benefit of those who doesn't know about protege, it is mentee. So basically, he has to share the mentor-mentee relationship. The primary purpose of any speech is to meet the objective of the speech. Did he met the objective? Where I would say he met both the objective. Firstly, he shared about mentoring, the importance of mentoring. Then he said why it is important to have mentors. Followed by that, he gave example of Arjuna and Krishna being the mentor for Arjuna. Then he compared the mentoring with coaching. Some of us would have thought both are same, but he clearly explained how mentors work on a long-term perspective, whereas coaches work on a short-term perspective. He also gave a few examples there. Then he came to his second objective. He shared about his experience he had with both his mentors being a protege. First of all, his first mentor, he said he helped to build his confidence level, and second mentor, Toastmaster Babu Shankar sir, helped in the development of his growth, both professionally and personally. One thing which I liked in your speech, Toastmaster Karthik, is you gave a lot of examples. The more and more examples you give, actually, it will make sure the audience get engaged to your speech. So that part I like the most. In fact, I like the conclusion, which you said, Toastmasters produce true leaders, and true leaders are the true mentors. Overall, I liked your speech. First of all, you met your objective. You had a great eye contact, wonderful body gestures, and your confidence level is fabulous. I just have one recommendation for you. You shared about Toastmasters mentors, but you could have also spoke about your other mentors. To me, if you ask me, my mentor, my first mentor would be my father. Then I would say my supervisor. Then I would share about my Toastmaster mentoring. You could have touched based on mentors who are not from Toastmasters. So that's the only recommendation I have for you. Apart from that, your speech was a treat to our ears. All the best for your future speeches, Toastmaster Karthik. Back to you. Generally evaluated Toastmaster Priya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. So let's move to the report of tag team. Can we have the timer?
1 second, ma'am.
Yeah, and you can call out who are the qualified evaluators. If everybody, you can mention to Tarun.
Today all are qualified, ma'am.
Okay. So can you read out the report?
Yes. Can you see my screen?
It started, not yet. Come.
You can probably read out Indumati. We are not able to see your screen. Probably bandwidth issue.
Or you can try resharing if your other cards were visible. Green, yellow.
1 second, 1 second.
You can read out Toastmaster.
Please read out Indumati.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now it is visible. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back with the report. Today, everyone did a great job. Well done. Here is my report. Meeting started at 10 a.m. at 10 a.m. and 10 minutes and 18 seconds, and President speech at 10 minutes at 19 seconds. Sorry, 10 a.m. and 19 seconds, and TMOD 10.25, and General Evaluator speech at 10 minutes, 10 a.m. 32 minutes, and Prepared speech started at 10 a.m. and 43 minutes, and break 11 a.m. and 13 minutes, and educational session started at 11 a.m. and 21 minutes, and table topic started at 11 a.m. 45 minutes, and evaluation started at 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. and 1 second. And for prepared speeches, Toastmaster Sebastian took 5 minutes 41 seconds, and Toastmaster Tarun took 7 minutes 5 seconds, and Toastmaster Karthik Sivakumar took 7 minutes 6 seconds. And for educational session, DTM Jacob sir took 24 minutes 22 seconds, and for table topics, Toastmaster Karthik took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Guest Nisha took 1 minute 6 seconds. Guest Agilan took 1 minute 5 seconds. TM Anirudh took 1 minute 52 seconds. For evaluation, Toastmaster Deepak took 3 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Madhupriya took 3 minutes 29 seconds. Toastmaster Jay Sarathi took 2 minutes 42 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Indumati, for neatly presenting the timer report. Can we have the R-counter, Toastmaster Saravanan, to give his report, please?
Yes. In case of prepared speeches, Toastmaster Sebastian used R 35 times, 2 times, and overused words like so 3 times, and like once, and but 2. And he repeated phrases or words like I, some expense, look out. In case of Toastmaster Tarun, he spelled out hard 22 times, hum 2 times, and so 15 times, and like 2 times. Repeated words like let's say, because of, right, which is. And in case of TM Karthik Shivakumar, he used 7 times, and words like and 3 times, and he repeated phrases like I was few times. In case of table topic session, again TM Karthik Shivakumar used ha 1 time and words 1 time. Due to audio problem, I couldn't follow up Nisha's presentation. In case of guest Akilan, he used ha 5 times and so 2 times, like 2 times. And in case of TM Anirudh, he used a 7 times and 2 times, so 5 times, and but 2 times, and used repeats like make. In case of evaluation session, TM Deepak used a 7 times and repeated words like you could few times. In case of TM Madhupriya, she used a 2 times and 3 times, so 2 times and but 2 times. In case of Jai Sardi, I couldn't find any repeats or fast fillers. Over to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for the detailed report. Can we have Toastmaster Saurabh for his grammarian report?
Yes. Thank you, General Evaluator. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry for the technical glitches earlier from my side. In prepared speeches, Toastmaster Tarun used word of the day once and phrases like languages reflect changes in culture and social creatures. Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar used word of the day once and phrases like mentors are acting as catalyst, level up yourself. Toastmasters create two leaders. DTM Jaikar used phrases like conviction and communication, 5W and H techniques of table topics, and PPF techniques of table topics. In table topics, Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar used phrases like keep on knocking on the door, it will open. Trying is better than failure. Impossible becomes possible. Guest Akilan used empathy to others. Humanity is everything. Toastmaster Anirudh used phrase like great stories come from bad decisions. In the evaluation session, Toastmaster Deepak used word of the day once and used phrases like getting out of comfort zone, captivated interest of audience, biblical story drama. Toastmaster Madhupriya used word of the day once and phrases like languages create communications and elaborate influences. Toastmaster Jay used word of the day once and used phrases like Arjun Krishna correlation with mentor mentee. True leaders give true mentors, and speech was street to our ears. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh. Now it is time for my report. So we started the meeting and SA explained the purpose of Toastmastering sessions, and presiding officer started with the 602nd third meeting today, and everything went well. And today we all witnessed what is Murphy's law. I think everybody will know what is Murphy's law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So we saw in many places few things went wrong. Of course, this is all learnings we should have taken, why it happened and how we could have avoided in future. For example, meeting started at 10:18. We could have, that glitcher could have been avoided if we had checked if moving live is possible for SAA or the admin. And then we had some excellent prepared speeches and more than a wonderful evaluation that would have helped the prepared speeches to excel in their speaking skills. And more than anything, we had a wonderful educational session that explained the nuances of how to approach a table topics. But each session, we had some or other glitches. I think it would be good if we can go through the meeting once again and see how we can avoid these things, especially when I said again, this is exactly the example of Murphy's law today, what happened. So some of the things we could have avoided, some of the things we could have prepared well, the timing, like before every football match or cricket match, what the role players come together and they just quickly, maybe I don't know what exactly happens in the ground, but we only see it in the TV. they all prepare, or maybe prepare each other's well, and prepare very well for the each session. Maybe like that, we all role players and the speakers and the evaluators can come together before each session and just remind each other what to do when and what could be done better, or if something goes wrong, who can be a backup or anything like that. That we can do it instead of just checking just the audio video. I think we can do some preparatory activity, because there are a lot of people who are doing some first timers, and of course, because it is all remote, things can go wrong at any point in time. So, but this is a good learning. Personally, I have a lot of learning. What can all go wrong, and how we should be prepared for the session next time. And table topics, it would be good if we can align the table topics to the word of the day or the theme of the day, and the TMOD could explain how each table Toastmaster session will happen for the benefit of guests. And we should also give opportunity for the guests to talk instead of the role players. So a lot of takeaways I would suggest. We should all go through the recording once again and see how we can improve as a team, so that we can perform well in all the upcoming sessions. Overall, from a learning perspective, this was a wonderful session, and we had some exciting evaluation and prepared speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day, for your keen observations and quick comments on the meeting and quick tag report. So your evaluation is very much valued. I hope we will follow these suggestions in the upcoming meeting. So now let me quickly hand over the control to the presiding officer. Before that, I want you to leave with a quote from Brian Tracy. He told, "Decide upon your major definite purpose in your life, and then organize all your activities around it. So then that will be meaningful to live our life." With this quote, I hand over the control to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Muthu. Let's move on to the guest introduction. In the meantime, Toastmaster Tarun, please launch the polls. And Toastmasters and guests, please do vote for your favorite role players and speakers. Okay. Let's move on to the guest feedback. We have guest Ramya. So guest Ramya, please let us know your feedback.
Hi. So I enjoyed the session. It was good. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So it was nice, coming back again to, excuse me, 1 second. To the Toastmaster environment once again. I enjoyed. I wish it could have been a live session because we get the feeling of the actual Toastmasters. This. Nevertheless, it was enjoyable. I felt that there was some. I don't know why chat window was not working. I don't know. I was sending messages to the wrong person maybe, or so I think the table topics, I think if even if a person is not able to or is not showing their interest in the chat window, if the guest could be given one round to just ask if they're interested, because I was interested, but I think I sent a message to somebody else, and I couldn't get a chance. So I had a question. Can we come as a guest once more before joining as a member?
Yes, definitely. 1 or 2 meetings, you can definitely come as a guest as much as you can, and you can go ahead. And sorry about that. So you can definitely, we generally give importance to the guests when it comes to table topics. Today, we didn't have much of time for table topics. That might probably be the reason, but we tried our best to give a chance for the guests. Thank you so much, ma'am. We're hoping to see you as a guest and
sure
later as a member. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Then we have guest Nisha. Guest Nisha, your feedback, please.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's a very fine discussion. Myself, Nisha. I'm a graduate engineering trainee at TPA Composites, Windblade Manufacturing Industry. It's my third guest meeting actually. It's very cool. Some more connectivity issues I'm having actually. I want to give the guest speech as much as better than that. I will proceed for my membership by next month. Yeah, it's very warm welcome by all of the Toastmasters. Yeah, it's very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Nisha, for joining as a guest. Thank you so much, and hoping to see you as a member very soon. Then we have guest Yuvaraj. Can we have your feedback and your introduction? Because I think we didn't have your introduction in the beginning. Guest Yuvaraj, can you hear us? I think he has unmuted, but probably is having some technical glitch to. We're not able to hear you, Yuvraj. One last chance. Okay, moving ahead. Let's move on to the results. So, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Tarun, do we have the results?
Yes, ma'am. The best prepared speaker goes to Toastmaster Karthik Shivakumar.
Congratulations, Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am.
The best table topic speaker for Toastmasters goes to Karthik Shivakumar again.
Congratulations, Karthik, once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the best table topic speaker for guest goes to guest Akilan.
I think Akilan is not there. Congratulations, anyway.
The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Congratulations, Madhupriya.
The best role player goes to Toastmaster Priyadarshini.
Congratulations, Priya.
And the best role player for the tag team goes to Toastmaster Indumati.
Congratulations, Indu.
Meeting rating is 4.6.
Okay. On that note, let's have a quick picture captured.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Arun, you taking, right?
Yeah, I'm taking.
Okay.
Request all the Toastmasters to switch on your videos for a minute.
Also, a dear guest, to kindly fill the Google form so that I am Toastmaster Deepak, subcommittee team of VP membership. So we'll reach you out and we'll add you in the MTC guest WhatsApp group.
Everyone say cheese something. And the picture's taken. Yeah.